From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the Hourly News Blast. LGBTQ Nation is reporting the Minneapolis City Council voted 9-2 on Thursday to repeal the city's longstanding ban on adult bathhouses, a nearly 40-year prohibition that dates back to the earliest days of the AIDS crisis, per NPR News. The last bathhouse in operation in Minneapolis closed in 1988. During the height of the AIDS crisis, according to the Minnesota Star Tribune. Jason Chavez, the only out LGBTQ plus member of the council, co-authored the two ordinances required to repeal the ban, and during his remarks invoked the name of Brian Coyle, a former out gay member of the Minneapolis City Council who voted to pass the ban in 1988. Per NPR News, Coyle died in 1991 of AIDS-related complications. Today is the first step, and it will not be the last. And it is an important one, he said. I believe if Brian Coyle were here with us today, with everything we know about public health, he would be standing with us proudly and me on this council, so I would not feel alone taking this vote. Members of the council emphasized that the repeal of the ban does not mean that such facilities can open right away. Rather, now that the repeal is in place, awaiting a signature from Mayor Jacob Fry, who supports it, the council must now set up regulations for how the bathhouses can function. Many are advocating for a similar framework to the guidelines implemented in San Francisco, with a focus on safety and public health, per the Star Tribune. That would include requirements for condom availability, monitoring, staff training, waste disposal, and facilities where people can shower. This won't leave bathhouses in a gray area, Chavez said, per the Star Tribune. We still need to work on zoning, the safety, and regulations, so bathhouses won't be able to open tomorrow or next week. Councilmember Elizabeth Schaefer, who represents the neighborhood where the city holds its annual Pride Festival, voted to keep the ban in place and said that she had spoken to constituents who also opposed repealing it, including former Senator Alan Speer, the first LGBTQ plus Minnesota state senator. My constituent has spent decades in this fight. He shared with me that many gay men in his own network either oppose the return of bathhouses or have real questions about whether this is the right path for a variety of reasons, she said, per NPR News. The road to the repeal began with a Minneapolis group known as the Safer Sex Spaces Coalition, which lobbied the city to remove language from the 1988 ordinance that specifically targeted queer people. After the language was removed in 2023, the group began to advocate for the repeal. Social science research tells us that commercial sex spaces, like gay saunas, are important for promoting safer sex and enhancing HIV prevention, testing, and treatment efforts. An FAQ on the group's website reads, "These spaces also enhance feelings of identity, camaraderie, authenticity, and belonging. They're spaces where people can overcome isolation and develop a sense of community and pride." That's the News Blast for this hour. The PEP Radio YouTube channel offers daily news updates throughout the day, every day. Be sure to subscribe to keep informed. PEP Radio is available on the Live 365 app, the PEP Radio page at paequality.com, Roku, Alexa, and wherever you find streaming radio. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast right here on PEP Radio.